Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in the Netherlands for a two-day visit, the second leg of his five-nation tour. Mr. Modi says he will hold talks with Dutch Prime Minister Rob Jetten and is also scheduled to meet with King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima. The discussions are expected to focus on trade, investment, defence and semiconductors. The Indian Premier says the visit comes at a time when negotiations on the India-EU Free Trade Agreement have given fresh momentum to trade and investment ties. The trade agreement, finalised earlier this year, has been hailed as the mother of all deals. Covering a combined market of around 2 billion people, the pact will eliminate or reduce tariffs on more than 96% of EU goods entering India. The agreement is also seen as part of Delhi's broader push to diversify its economic partnerships and reduce over-reliance on the United States and China. Before travelling to the Netherlands, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the United Arab Emirates for energy and trade talks with President Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. There, the leaders announced deals on cooking gas supplies and strategic oil reserves. Neha Poonia has more on this story for CNA.
As one of India's biggest suppliers of crude oil and natural gas, the UAE is a key energy partner, which is why discussions between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and UAE's President Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan focused on long-term energy supplies. They've announced deals on ramping up India's petroleum reserves, the supply of liquefied petroleum gas or LPG, and strategic defence cooperation. India has 3 strategic reserve facilities and has leased some capacity to Abu Dhabi National Oil Corporation. When the war first started, millions of households across the country were also hit by a supply crunch of cooking gas or LPG. India has since said it has enough supplies, but with LPG also a key component for making fertilizers, New Delhi is racing to ramp up sourcing ahead of the summer planting season. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also indirectly criticized Iranian strikes on the UAE.
Hormuz को free, open और safe बनाए रखना ये हमारी सबसे बड़ी प्राथमिकता है। इस विषय में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कानूनों का पालन आवश्यक है। ब्रदर, भारत हर परिस्थिति में यूएई के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर खड़ा है और आगे भी खड़ा रहेगा।
Mr. Modi's comments came even as Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister and Foreign Minister were in Delhi this week for the BRICS summit, and Tehran accused UAE of being directly involved in strikes against Iran. UAE's president has said that talks with the Indian leader were focused on further strengthening ties, and the meeting will give new momentum to cooperation in energy, technology and other priority sectors. Also that India and UAE stand ready to promote peace and stability in the region. Now, since the Iran war started, visits by heads of state to the UAE have been rare. But his Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi made that short visit to Abu Dhabi on his way to Europe. The timing was important. It comes weeks after the UAE exited the OPEC bloc. The move is expected to boost its crude oil output and help countries like India, which is the world's 3rd largest energy importer. UAE's oil pipelines could also bypass the Strait of Hormuz, analysts say, and on Friday, the UAE also disclosed it's building an additional second pipeline that will do just that. And the new pipeline is expected to be ready by 2027 and will double the country's export capacity. The visit also came on a day when New Delhi announced a hike in retail fuel prices at petrol pumps, the first of its kind since the war in Iran started. Mr. Modi earlier in the week had also appealed for national austerity to help conserve fuel. For CNA, I'm Neha Poonia in New Delhi.